Hi, I'm Oscar Stagnaro. You're watching ForBassPlayersOnly.com.
Hi everyone, John Liebman here. You're watching ForBassPlayersOnly.com. Coming to you today on location on the campus of Berklee College of Music in Boston with our friend Oscar Stagnaro. How are you, Oscar?
Very good, by the way. Better than me. I'm doing fine. You know, it's summertime in Boston. It's great. You know, it doesn't last too long, but at least we enjoy it as much as we can.
Everything about Boston is great except the parking. I wish you guys would do something about that.
We have a secret.
Okay, well, you let me in on it afterwards because I don't want them to know about it. Well, let's talk. You have a fascinating story and your background. You are actually from Peru. From Lima. You know what? When I was in Miami and I did all the touring, one of the stops we made was in Peru, and all through that area, I have very fond memories of Miraflores in Peru. But let's talk about you. Tell me about the exposure that you had to music growing up in Peru. What was that like? How did you learn music, and how did you become a bass player?
This is something that probably nobody knows, but this is a family secret that I want to tell you right now.
You're just full of secrets today, aren't you?
Yeah. My brother Ramon, he played guitar when he was 14, and I didn't want to be a musician because musicians have a bad reputation in Peru, among other things, you know, drugs and liquor and so on and so on. So my dad didn't want us to be a musicians, but then my brother convinced him to buy him a guitar, acoustic guitar. So he picked it up right away, and then I somehow got a hold of another acoustic guitar, and my brother to play the tunes or to transcribe the tunes. In that time, Samba Pati from Santana was on the radio. We didn't have a cassette player in that time. The cassette was just invented, by the way. So you see how far I'm going. But the way that I help him out to transcribe the tune is to play on the radio the tune, and then he pick up 4 bars, and then go to the next station and pick up the next 4 bars, and so on, because the tune was so popular that was in every radio station.
I thought you were going to tell me lift up the tone arm on the record.
Okay. Then he said, okay, once you play this note on my guitar, the bass, so I could hear what the note is when I'm playing the solo. So that way I got interested in that. Then we got a hold of an acoustic guitar, but he already had a friend that was going to play second guitar. That's what they call it. First guitar played the solos or the melody, second guitar played the company, and the bass, we didn't have bass, so I played on the acoustic guitar the bass part.
You must have really wanted to learn, both of you, because that sounds like it takes an awful lot of patience and discipline and persistence.
Yes, a lot of fights, of course, because my brother was like already advanced. So he said, "Oh, play this tune, play this note." He said, "No, that's wrong," and so on. You know,
what's the age difference between you and your brother?
Oh
boy!
Yeah. So it was very cool because I mean he's super talented. So he was my first teacher in a way, you know, not with notes, but inspiration and passion how to approach music. So that's probably as a teacher. I learned that, and I never forget the moment, you know, that I played one note and sounded like ding. I said, "Wow, I could make something happen." You know, it's not like the piano that you just play one note and it comes out.
Right.
And the bass, you have to somehow coordinate all the both hands, and the notes comes out.
Yes. Well, that's something that we all get, don't we? Well, let's fast forward. You came to the U.S. in the late 70s, I think, right?
79, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I came. My wife, we still married, thanks God, because she's a great cook.
What better reason does one need?
She's gonna find out this. She's gonna kill me. So I came to Boston to come to Berklee. I didn't make it to Berklee. I didn't have enough money, but my heart has been here for 29 years. I'm teaching here.
Well, you've got a most impressive career, and one particular gig I want to ask you about. I know you've played quite a bit with Paquito D'Rivera. Tell me about him and about that gig.
Yeah, this is funny. Yeah, with Paquito, we go a long way. I mean, officially 1991, but he used to come to Boston in the 80s to play this a place in Cambridge that is longer, not here. Lincoln Goins was the best player.
Oh, Lincoln, sure.
Yeah, Lincoln Goins. So I
Also a long-time Berkeley-based faculty member.
yes, and then with Lincoln we have a long friendship, probably like 28 years that I know him. The same with Sal Cuevas. You know Sal Cuevas?
I know the name.
Same. These two guys are great for me. I mean, very good friends. So with Lincoln, I used to play a band called Tropicalia here in Boston, and we used to do the opening for Tania Maria, for Ayrton, for Paquito. And Lincoln was probably the bass player in that time. I'm talking about 1984, 85. So then we became friends, and then I brought him to my house. He knows my son since he was 3 years old. But then after a while, he said, have a gig with Dave Valentin. I don't know if you know flute player.
I saw Lincoln play with Dave in the club in Hollywood on Cahuenga, Catalina.
Oh, Catalina. Yeah. Yes. All right. So I.
Long time ago.
Yes, long time ago. I'm talking this is like 1989.
Not that long ago.
Yeah, 1999. So he said, okay, get ready because Dave is looking for a bass player for a tour. Ray Barreto was playing congas.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, okay, what are the tunes? So he sent me a list and I transcribed all of them. I'm the person, if I like what I'm going to play, I will do my homework. Okay. So I went to the audition. Robbie Amin was playing drums and Bill O'Connell was playing piano with a book, all the transcriptions of the tunes. So I opened the book and they says, let me see this. I said, man, you got more transcriptions that I know. I don't even know these tunes, So we start rehearsing 2 tunes and they says, rehearsal is over. What do you mean? He says, no, that's it, ready. Tomorrow we leave at 6 a.m. And then he left. Hey, thanks. So same thing happened with Paquito. So Lincoln called me while I was already teaching at school. I said, I need a sub for Boston. I'm playing at Regatta Bar. And can you do the first set? I said, sure. And then I went to the rehearsal. I meet Paquito and so on. Claudio Roditi, Danilo was playing. And then same thing, I have my book, my Paquito book. So it's open. And then Paquito's like, what do you mean? Okay, let's play one tune. Okay, they play whatever, they have it. And then he says, the rehearsal is over. I say, what do you mean? I need to rehearse. No, that's it. And then he goes to his room and then comes back with a jacket, a red jacket that I never wear, of course. And then he says, welcome to the Mafia. And then he gives me the jacket. And he says, Havana, New York Ensemble. That's what it says in the back. Yeah. So I have that that's based on the 6 Grammys that I have.
Wow. That's
those
funny.
moments are like, the best. Because it really comes out the real person. Yeah.
Tell me about your equipment. I know you're very fond of Warwick basses. Why is that?
Well, in fact, my brother gave me my first Warwick, a 5-string in 1992, and this is fun. This is another funny thing. My, as a bass player, you try to carry the less that you can when you go to a gig.
Especially as you get older.
Yes. So me, the smart guy, I go to a 5-week tour in Europe with Paquito, and I bring my Fender and the Warwick, both instruments, in one double gig.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So the first gig is in Greece, and then I play the Fender, so I'm used to the 4-string, and we do sound check. And then I say, Paquito, let me try this Warwick. Psst, I play. A 5-string, I never played 5-string before. And Paquito says, you have to play this tonight. So I'm still using it since 1992.
Okay. There must be a reason that you've stuck with it for so long.
Yeah, one of the reasons actually is because in the Latin scene nobody uses them, so I could get a different sound. So I modified it. I tried to play it, try to get an acoustic sound. The things that you have in your ear, and try to reproduce them in your instrument. So the way you play, the way you plug it, the way you equalize it, and all that stuff makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean the electronics, the wood choices, the way they feel, the way they sound.
Yeah, but the one that I use, the Streamer LX, I took it from the case. I never modified anything. I just played it, and it sounded great.
When it works.
I got very lucky in a way, but I know the instruments are super well built. Yeah. I mean, to say the least. I don't want to be like a publicity thing, but the manufacturing is excellent. The hardware and all that stuff.
Yes, I've been to that factory in Markneukirchen, Germany, and it's they don't cut any corners. They don't skimp on anything. It's great stuff.
Yeah, no, I love it. That's why I'm still using it. Yeah.
How about the future, Oscar? What else do you have coming up?
The future, can I make publicity of this? This is an event that I created called Bass in Vivo, and I do it for or Latin America. I started in 2014 we did 2, and then in 2015 we did 7. This year we're doing 9 events. This is a one-day program that has 5 clinics, a bass competition, and a jam session. And then, I'm teaching at school. I've done a lot of books. I mean, I work on books, but I'm still working on doing a few more books. I think I have some stuff to offer. Then I have a plan. I have a project with my brother Ramon, and then with my son Paolo. He plays percussion, and with Ricky Martin. So we're gonna start working on a trio concept. And I do, a lot of things around here. Yeah.
Well, keep us posted. I'd like to check back and talk again in the near future, and you can bring us up to date on the status of all those projects.
Great. Yeah.
Last question, Oscar. What do you think you'd be if you were not a bass player? And something outside of music, so you can't say a guitar player
or a drummer outside of music. I don't know. I'll be a teacher probably. I don't know if music will be the thing, but I think there's a lot of examples that we could do help people out, especially people that doesn't have money to study, and that's one of the things that we're trying to bring along. But teaching is something very. I think you have to have a lot of passion because it's not rewarded the way it should be, and education is not considered at the level it should be. So for me, I think money comes and goes, but knowledge stays with you.
You have a big heart, you know that? Congratulations. I think it's great that you have these causes, and I can tell that you mean everything you say. So, very inspired.
Like bass, you can fool around with bass.
That's right. You can't fake
you
it.
gotta play one note, but right now. And then thanks, John, for the opportunity. I've been watching I receive all your emails. Sometimes I don't have time to respond, but I do appreciate the same in a way that you're doing things for other people.
Well, thanks very much. The bass community is a bunch of great people, so we're proud to have you among the rest of us.
Thanks.
Oscar Stagnaro, thanks very much.
Thanks again, and welcome to Boston.
Yeah, thank you very much, and work on that parking problem. On location at the Berklee College of Music in Boston with Oscar Stagnaro, I am John Liebman. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.